Sallee start us off with an opening comment.
Yeah, a lot of credit to Purdue. They defended the heck out of us as well as we've been defended all year, and we knew that's what they were going to do. We're all disappointed with the way we handled it. But again, tip of the cap to the game plan on short turnaround, and I thought they were the tougher team on the defensive end, and it took us out of what we were trying to do offensively. So Sharon's got them playing well, especially on the defensive end, and it's about all it took tonight.
Coach, with Mariah, she did not make her shots there in the spurt last night. But couldn't give anything on before that. But was that Purdue, and how much was that?
Yeah, I think it was clear that their game plan was to take Jill and Mariah out and really not give them any space. And so, you know, in that instance, you got to be able to screen and really execute. And you got to get to option 2, 3, and 4, you know, if option 1 isn't there. I thought we did a pretty good job of throwing the ball into Renee. You know, and that's kind of option 1 also. But, yeah, you know, again, I applaud the game plan because they said, you know, I think they looked at it and said, you know, we're not sure we can take Renee out and let their shooters free, so we're going to do it the other way around and play their bigs one-on-one. They executed their plan well.
Renee ended up, you know, with your leaders behind it. Did you expect almost to have more of an taking side
I mean, they have some pretty big players, so we knew that coming in, and we just knew that we had to be strong going up against them, and kind of figured that they would really be, you know, out on our shooters a lot, you know, Mo and Jill. So whenever you get it in there, just got to be strong and go to the hoop, and sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't. So it's definitely something to go back and work on during practice, and they're a good team, and they got good post players, they got big post players, so that's good for our post players to play against, and hopefully we can go into practice and just learn from this and come out better in the next game.
Brady, you had a slight rebound advantage. You had to be pleased with the way they competed on the court.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I thought there were a couple times where effort was an issue, especially when we got frustrated on the offensive end. But we really battled on the boards, you know, and seeing what they did in their last game on the boards got our attention. There's no doubt about it. So, you know, definitely in a game like this, there's no moral victories. But, you know, the truth be told, you rebound the ball like we did, and we held them to 36%. We didn't do a bad job there. We didn't turn the ball over. We just couldn't make shots. And I don't think it was because we had an off night. I think it's because Purdue, in their plan, made us look like we did tonight. Well, you know, there's always the versus toughness to what they do. You know, that's how her teams play. We knew it. But, you know, I was really, as a staff, we were really impressed with the job, you know, like Morissetti did, because she was really disciplined on Jill, and she was everywhere Jill went, and she didn't have any breakdowns. And that's what you, as a coach, you want your seniors to defend at that level. So I'm sure Sharon's really happy with that. And, you know, like I told my staff, that's a senior that is playing the right way, and as good as she is offensively, and probably early in her career was a little bit offensive sensitive, because she could really fill it up. Now you're seeing her buying in and playing at a high level on the defensive end. So I thought that was an impressive job by Morissetti doing that. And then, you know, again, another senior in Bridget Perry, what she did to Mariah Monaco. You know, again, very disciplined, didn't get out of position, made it really tough for Mariah to get space. I thought just two very focused seniors, understanding the plan and executing at an extremely high level. Again, I'll watch the film and figure out how frustrated I want to be. But I'll tell you right now, I tip my cap to how good they were. And I thought they were really interested. They were really disciplined and really tough.
First, that third quarter, you know, the one where it kind of got away from you.
Yeah.
Could you feel the momentum shift
No, I blacked out. No, I mean, clearly they came out of the locker room and they wanted to really make sure that game was over at that moment, and they came out and did it on the defensive end. And as offensive sensitive as we got at times, they never did, and they just kept playing and kept grinding it out. And you credit them; they have figured out. Listen, we're not going to score 88 points and beat you, so we better start defending. And they have bought into it, and it's an unbelievable job that they've done from their first 3 or 4 games where they look like a different team. You watch them on film, it's not even the same team now, and to watch them now, Sharon and her staff should be applauded because they've done a great job of taking a tough situation when they're 1-3 and turning it into quite a run right now.
Jill was playing with that hard Sunday.
The 8 points with 2 minutes to go.
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't seen anything like that. So what can you say about the defense and how they scored 8?
Yeah, I think Mariah just kind of like enough was enough, and she just kind of said, I'm going to let it fly, and she's a good player, so you wish they would have come a little bit earlier and in some different places, but and I know she wishes that too, but at that point the game was over, so you just take it for what it's worth.
Jill's playing with that Harmon
Mm-hmm.
Center. Finding that awkward at all as far as a shooter?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, it can't be extremely comfortable, but you watch her in practice, she's stroking it well. I mean, her stroke looks good. It hasn't kept her from getting in the gym and doing the work and all those kind of things. So, it's more precautionary wearing that thing than a necessity probably. And I don't think it's much of an issue, to be honest with you, Doug. Yeah. Well, you gotta accept the adversity and be willing to fight through it. Nobody in our locker room's real happy right now. But the beauty of this game is you got a game on Sunday and you better figure it out quick, or you're gonna get beat again. And so we'll get into the gym and like I said, I'll figure out tonight whether we harp on this a little bit more, whether we get into the film room, learn from it, and then we'll come out tomorrow with a great plan and start getting ready to move forward. And I've told them all year long, it's about being 1-0 today, and so starting tomorrow, we got to figure out a plan to win on Sunday. And just like you put wins behind you and move on, you better put losses behind you and move on too. This is good for us. It was, and it was a good crowd, and I hate that we didn't play the way that we all wanted to, but nonetheless, this will be a game that will help us moving forward, and it's a series that helps us, and we're going to keep plugging right along and figure out how to win on Sunday.
You mentioned the job they did on Jill and Mariah. Was there something specific they did that bothered Carmen, or was it just not the night tonight?
No, I think Carmen's used to being able to hit some players when they're open, and they weren't coming off Jill and Mo. So now Carmen had to do a little bit more with the ball and probably didn't handle the situation quite the way that she would have liked. But, they just basically said, we're going to guard Carmen one-on-one, and we're not going to help. And if she can go to the rim and beat us, then we'll adjust. But it never happened. So, like I said, the plan was good. And, I'm going to hope that the camera was broken and this film doesn't get out because some more people might try to do it. But anyway, we just got to learn from it. You got to learn from different game plans and be better when you see them the next time.
But you said you go home and kind of maybe break down some of the impact
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, the thing, it's easy. I think it's easy to overreact right now and want to just be spitting mad and the whole thing. But then you look at the numbers, and defensively, they kind of look like we've looked all year. 36%, out rebound somebody, points in the paint we won, We didn't turn the ball over. So I want to see if defensively we were okay. Now I think they did get some open looks that I know I'm going to see on film and not like, but that was more individual based than team based probably, with some effort stuff. But so again, from what I saw, they made it really tough on us on that end of the floor, and we went down and played now on the defensive end, and they did enough, but they won this game. Make no bones about it with the way they defended.
Coach, so Dash being there, let you guys rebound.
Mhm.
So, how's it been like having her coming off the bench for you guys so far?
Well, again, you bring somebody in with that length and that athleticism, that aggressiveness. She's a stat stuffer. Again, couldn't get some shots to drop, but she didn't. It wasn't for a lack of effort. She was going to the boards, and she's got 2 former high school teammates on that other team, so I'm sure there was some pride in what she was trying to do, and so again, I like the way she's playing. There's no doubt about it, and she's got to keep rebounding the ball like she is for us, and clearly she's proven she's not going to be 2 of 10 every night. So you don't get too caught up in that. You get more caught up in the effort she's playing with and the good things she's doing.
And then, you mentioned it briefly, but, she did have those high school teammates there. So, how big are these in-state games where, you have that familiarity between some of the local players and, have a larger crowd than usual,
Mhm.
the 2,500?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I love this series. I really do. I think it's great for us. We've got to be a better opponent and start winning some of these daggone things. That's the frustrating part with me. I don't want to just roll out there and say, oh, this is neat. We're playing Purdue, whoop-de-woo, I want to go win them. And so that's the frustrating part. And here's the thing, my team does too. But you want to play all these in-state folks, and I credit Purdue because they are willing to play. I credit Butler because they're willing to play. And really the list in the state stops about there. And so we've got to try to entice some people to start playing us again, and because it is, you're playing the in-state people, and it means a little bit more, and you've got some familiarity with the other teams. So, but I do. I love this game every year. I love going back down there, and they do a great job, and we're going to keep trying to find a way to break through and win one of these days.
All right, Coach, thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you making up. Sunday.
Thank you.
Full
All right,
vote?
thanks.
So this is one that's got all the things. Coach Moore. Now, that other full book is erroneous after page 1.